Week 10 starts with the implementation of the Codo Ariete. Can you remember the concept behind the Ariete? Well, basically, whichever limb makes the connection, the same limb continues the attack. There are always exceptions to the rule, but for now this is the rule we shall follow. We will see quite a change over the next weeks with this kind of development, because we will implement a past development in order to understand the situation a little clearer. At present, this work focuses on developing the technical, and as we add more emotional reason, this is where we will see a cool evolution. Now the guys apply the punch elbow development through the 3 of the 4 levels. I know you all know this by now, but don't forget this is development work, not the complete application. We are always trying to catch the process of development first. The essence will cultivate itself over time. If we train properly and with respect for our partners, we should all be able to train like this all day and then go home injury free. Making physical contact with the opponent is important, but it's equally as important to respect our helpers. When you place food in your mouth with a fork, do you violently stab yourself in the face? No, hence control is always possible, no excuses. Partners who damage each other unnecessarily, well, you decide the answer to that one. Now we look at one of the all-time favourites, the rear choke. Here we start looking at one of the possibilities. But let's get one thing clear though. The rear choke is extremely dangerous in the street. And in truth, if the choke is all the way on, then there is a 2 or 3 second window left before we're out. Hence we try to feel, read and destroy before we arrive at the final conclusion. Not easy we know, but possible for sure. Once again, the pentador is the key ingredient in the development of this work. We need to study and question for sure, but like everything, if we apply time to this work, then answers we shall find, both good and bad, but we will understand and value the answers. Now we move on and hit the ground. We continue on developing our instinct to grab. Our instinct is one thing, but we still need to cultivate it. In truth, all the applications are simple, but they're just not easy, as we need to spend time in order to find the true ability. Obviously the same rule applies here like before regarding respect for our training partners. We need to grab in order to develop the work. We also need to be careful so as not to damage each other. Hopefully we all get this by now anyway. Now we put the work back into the two opponents. We're trying to develop the levels, as always, plus receive while being attacked from the back. We destroy the attempted rear choke and the midline grab, and then use the opponent like a shield. If we continue to add a piece of work each week, in only 1 year we cover a vast amount of information. We know that it would be cool to have all the information and understand everything at once, but I think you all know this is just a fantasy. Step by step is the way, combined with hard work. No shortcuts, just lots of discipline and dedication. This exercise is similar to the previous, only this time the guys build on the striking combinations. All this kind of work helps us to get better at feeling the situation and responding without too much thinking, but it does take time and it's not for free. Playing with the levels, distance and range, plus blending the weapons, make for great fun. Plus it gives us a big answer and a cool ability. Developing striking combinations is so important. Even if we think we know them, we must constantly train them. Ability is generally the consequence of hard work, and that's the bit that people seem to be afraid of, hard work. But KFM thrives on training. That's what it's all about, swimming in the deep end and staying afloat. Here's a third development with two opponents. The guys now add the grounding to the equation. The predator needs to work off his back and then off his knees, and continue to develop the striking work. If we create good habits, then under pressure these habits will shine through, meaning we will probably reflect what we've been doing in training. And that's the whole point, right? Reflect what and how we train. There is a dangerous line with drills and application. The drill is a thing, and we can all make choreography look good. But when things are open and free, then chaos starts to take over. This is where we really find out how applicable our training methods really are. We have observed over the years that many people look good and great when showing drills, but when they fight, well, it's a whole new picture. Well, conclusion time again. As we've said many times before, and will continue to say, this is like jazz. We need to feel and read what's going on, and then change and adapt accordingly. But it's just great fun too. When you have had a really good blast in this part of the class, you usually feel great, and it really does give you a sink or swim sensation. And when you swim, well, it means you survived the moment. Till next week, enjoy.